Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So Alabama's return team has put this offense in business for this opening drive. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Hard running there. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his...
Touchdown, Alabama! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They give it to him again. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They're working that left side. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Freeman.
It's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun. Give on the inside. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mayo. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Flushed out of the pocket. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15.
Encroachment. Defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Line gets set, 1st down.
42 Spider. Fort, reload.
They'll try the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Trying the left side. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. It looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll bring it out. It's Ali. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Mayo. They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
The returner is brought down at the 36, and the Alabama offense will take over.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll go with a direct snap. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Slings it downfield. Got his man. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got enough space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. When the quarterback runs it, he's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gashed them there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands. And when he's there, he can make people miss. And if he gets into the second level of your defense, that dude.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Second down coming up.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Mayo. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. Reels it in down the left side. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the ground. Discards a man.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. And the Wildcats are threatening on 1st and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they will score! Touchdown, Wildcats! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let...
He's loose. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. He's going to take off. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
42 Spider.
Calls his own number. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost it.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Good to stretch the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
First down here for the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Mayo. They're trying to get to him. Got his man quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. On second down, he'll fire. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mayo. Spits it out to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And it's good from 58 yards.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half, and there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off.
Set to advance on the football.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. And the Wildcats are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be fourth down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And the try is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bama.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Across the 45. Got a lot of running room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
That makes the score Alabama 30, Kentucky 20.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. On the ground, it's Freeman. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense, locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. To the air, it's Mayo. Firing to the right, complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying.
Lost one deep down the right side. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
37, Kentucky 20.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Zings it complete to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more...
all kinds of running room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion. Looking for a block. It's Ali. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Touchdown Tide! And the pummeling has started.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. It's easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The play action fake. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes a connection. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. That big play, a perfect example of why receivers relentlessly work on the release.
Yeah, work on that release, work on their hands, getting by the DB. When I'm getting that press man and he's up in my face, man, that is a hard assignment if I don't really get my hands on the receiver. And he wins off the line of scrimmage. Quarterback finds him, sees man coverage, makes a big play.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. Oh, just left him grasping. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Encroachment. Defense.
The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground because there's not much to lose this close to the end zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. The coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
A 1st down for the offense. Here's the handoff. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be knocked down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down and run. As they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down. He gets down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They get to him as he throws. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. Here comes that Alabama offense.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking again to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
No, it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
This quarterback part of their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it.
It's a forget the kick. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches the defense with its pants down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, a field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or two back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play, and it actually worked.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mayo. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, first down. This offense has a second down play. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense,